Hey everyone, so I thought I'd make a quick video on the Wahoo Kickr core. I've had this for just about 5 months now, and or yeah, well, over 5 months now. um, and I've put about I think 2,300 miles. We'll go check my Zwift real quick. So yeah, I use Zwift here with the trainer, and as you can see, just about 2,300 miles. And you can go ahead and add me on Zwift if you'd like at the Grando. So there's my stats. So that'll give you some indication of me running it through its paces. It's not like I just want to make it abundantly clear I'm not sponsored by any companies in this video. Okay, so this is my unfiltered, raw, unbiased opinion. You know, I like I said, it's not like one of these videos where I got this Wahoo Kickr core. I used it for a week. Oh my god, guys, it's the best thing ever. No, I got it. I paid for it myself. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I got this for the holidays. I paid about $6.50 for it. It was on sale for the holidays at $6.50, which is I think a great deal. And the benefit of it is you can ride anytime, any day. Doesn't matter the weather condition. Doesn't matter the nothing. You feel like hopping on the trainer, you hop on the trainer anytime, any day. You know, we'll go over real quick where I live and about me. I live in Florida. It's flat. Our summers are brutal. They're hot. They're humid. We get a lot of thunderstorms, and I love cycling. It's my passion. Last year, I cycled over 5,000 miles in a year. It's something I really love. I really enjoy, and I think this is a great asset for cyclists. This isn't the top of the range model. It's not the lowest range. It's kind of the midpoint. The Kickr core simulates up to I think 15% grades, and it can handle I think 1,000 or 1,200 watts, something like that. And this is the bike that I use it with. This is my Trek 520 Grando. It's a steel off-road excursion touring bike. I'm running 4228, and it's a 10-speed. So I've got 8,000 miles on this bike now at this point. And I've got video on this bike. I've got a video on its tires and these wheels as well if you want to go and watch those. And for those of you who don't know, I was hit by a car 2 years ago on my mountain bike, and I suffered a traumatic brain injury, and I don't need to tell you how difficult that was to try and come back from that. But I never lost my love for cycling. People said I was crazy to get back on a bike, and yeah, probably am. But last year I cycled 5,000 miles, so more than capable of still riding a bike. But this is a great asset to have for those days when I don't feel like riding outdoors. I don't feel like dealing with the traffic. I don't feel like dealing with cars. I don't feel like roasting in the sun and the heat. um, and like I said, Florida here, it's flat, and I love doing climbs on this trainer. It's a lot of fun. Some people dread using their trainers, and a lot of people, I guess, because you buy them for the winter. But in my case, it's the opposite. I buy it for the summer. Um, even though it's been really hot here the past few months, we didn't really have much. We don't really get much of a winter here. So it's kind of just like temperament to blazing hot. So that's the main reason I got this. I did the Trek Century Challenge last year, and it was in July, and it was brutal. I was having fun, but yeah, there were days where I definitely wasn't having fun. But anyway, on to the Kickr. Really stable. And that's the great thing is it's here right now in my spare bedroom where I just have a whole bunch of just miscellaneous things. And that's the great thing about it is it's portable. It weighs a good bit. I'd say it weighs 45 pounds maybe. It's a little awkward to carry. You just kind of grab it from that end to that end. But it's portable. It's so easy to take the wheel off the bike and drop it on here. You could have it on the bike, on the trainer in a minute. And so we'll go over real quick. So the Kickr core doesn't come with the legs installed. You have to install the legs, but they give you the tool for it. And it's just these two little bolts here. And this is where your power cord goes. And they give you, obviously, the quick release skewer. And if you have a bolt through or a through axle, you would just line your bike up here on the dropouts. And you would obviously just put the skewer through. And I'm running a 10 speed, as I said, so I have a spacer back there. I know this is definitely 10 and 11 speed compatible. I'm not sure if it's 12 speed compatible. That's a great thing is Wahoo has the bike compatibility chart on their website that you can go on there and you can type in what speed your bike is, what your dropout size is, and it'll tell you if it's compatible or not. and they will sell you it with a cassette installed. I didn't opt for that because I didn't see the option of like what range kind of cassette you could have. So right now I'm running an 1128, and with a 4228 on my bike, I've got pretty good gearing. Obviously, it's not another than like a 50 or a 52 chain ring, but I still more than enough. And so, like I said, it's really stable. It's really quiet. The only noise you hear is from this hub when you stop pedaling. It goes, grrr, but it's not like if you have a road hub, like a 108 or a 240 hub, something like that. It's not like a really loud ratchet hub. It's nothing like that. And when you're pedaling, it's really quiet. The only noise you really hear is your drivetrain, your chain on the cassette, which even if you have it lubed really good, you still hear it just a little bit, The loudest part, honestly, is shifting gears, especially if you're doing it under load. But I don't think if you had somebody sleeping in the room across from you or a room two doors away or something like that, I don't think you would wake them up. So if noise is an issue, I really don't think this is that bad. And I'll try to get a video of it in action. Maybe in the next video I'll show my actual setup of how I use it and where I use it. I just wanted to do a standalone review of it. That way you can get a whole glimpse of how it all is. This is like I said, the hub here, and it's Bluetooth and ANT Plus compatible. I would recommend getting an ANT Plus dongle. They have them on Amazon for like $15. I've heard people, and I experienced it too, the Bluetooth connection to my computer just wasn't that strong. I was kind of getting some lag. So I just got the ANT Plus dongle, and that solved it. Haven't had any issues at all, no lag, no nothing. So that's the Kickr Core. And like I said, it's really stable, really quiet. It's a great tool for cycling enthusiasts. I'm no professional by any means, but I do cycle 180 miles every week. And this is, it's just a passion of mine. And it's really nice to have this option where if I don't want to ride outdoors, I don't want to die in the heat, I don't want to be soaking wet, I got this option. Now, things you might want to also consider buying with your trainer is a nice quality fan. This is an Alaska fan, and notice how it has this, it's pretty directional. You can pivot this up and down, and don't try and get by with a box fan because it's just not going to work, okay? Or like a tower fan. It's not going to keep you cool enough. It's just not. Trust me, I went through it. I was using 2 box fans, and it was not keeping me cool enough. So I got this fan on Amazon, and I think it was like maybe $50. Well worth it. It blows right on your face. It keeps you cool enough. You still sweat, especially depending on how much effort you're putting in. Obviously, more effort, you're going to sweat a lot. But if you're just baby pedaling, you won't really sweat too much, and this will keep you cool. And also, you probably want to get a mat if you have carpet like I do, or even if you have tile, if you don't want to sit there and mop up your tile every time. This is a Power Labs mat. Again, Amazon, like really not too expensive. And then this part will gear more towards people who are maybe newer to doing more advanced things, like especially if you've never had an indoor trainer like this, a wheel-off trainer. And you don't have these tools because you've never done these kind of things before. You want to get a lockering tool, or not a lockering tool, a cassette tool. And this is the FR 5.2, as you can see. And depending on what kind of cassette you have, you would want to look that up. I have a 14 spline. So FR 5.2 works, and you would want to get some kind of crescent wrench or adjustable wrench, so you can fit this in here. And that's to install the cassette if you don't have the cassette opted on it. And obviously you would want a chain whip as well. So you don't need the chain whip while you're installing the cassette, but if you wanted to take this cassette off, or say you wanted to take the cassette off your road wheel, you would need the chain whip to stop the gears from turning. And you would also probably want to get some polylube to grease the lock ring on your cassette. Yeah, that's pretty important. I've seen people that haven't greased their lock ring tool, and good luck trying to get it off after it's been on there for a while. It doesn't want to come off. And yeah, a little lube goes a long way. And also I would get a chain breaker tool. This is the MLP 1.2. And the reason I would get that is because if you're going to be taking going from your road wheel to the cassette on your trainer, I would get a dedicated cassette and a dedicated chain for your trainer. You know, if you know anything about bikes, you know that your chain wears, your cassette wears, and they usually wear together. You can get 2 cassettes out of a chain or more, depending on the brand of chain and how well you maintain it. But you know they wear together, so you don't want to like take your chain that you use on the road and your cassette that you use on the road and put like a new chain on here, or take like your road your cassette off your road wheel and put it on here and like put on a new chain to use with the train. You just don't do it. You're gonna get skipping, you're gonna get all problems. I mean, obviously if you're on the trainer, you don't have the chance of skipping and falling off, especially if you're clipped in. Out on the road, if you skip and you miss a gear, oh, you could go down. And yeah, it's happened before to me with when I didn't have clipless pedals, and it's not fun. Your hands get torn up and everything like that. So just get a dedicated chain, get a dedicated cassette. You can get them anywhere from $50 to $80, $90, depending on the brand and how many speeds and all that stuff like that. It's well worth it, trust me. And it's if you're new to, like I said, this is geared more towards newer people, obviously. If you don't really know how to route your chain through your derailleur and all that, there's plenty of videos out there. Maybe I'll make one, but like I said, there's plenty of videos out there. It's really not difficult. It only takes a minute, 2 minutes. Obviously, you'd want to get also the tool to size your chain, which I have gotten recently because I'm probably going to need another chain in another few thousand miles, 2,000 miles or so. I've got 8,000 miles on this bike now, and I think I'm on my third chain, the second or third chain. But anyway, so that's what I would do. I would get a dedicated chain and dedicated set and get the tools that you need. Like I said, these tools, and also the tool that takes the rivet out. Or if you're not comfortable with sizing your own chain, take it to a bike shop. They'll size it. Just tell them, hey, I need a chain. I need it sized for a project I'm doing, whatever. They won't have any issue with that, I'm sure. So anyway, that's a review of the Kickr Core and the assorted accessories that kind of go along with the whole experience of setting this up and maintaining it. You may think, oh, I don't need these tools because I'm just going to have it set up and that's it. Eventually, you're going to need to change out this cassette. Eventually, you're going to need to change out your chain. And you can save a lot of money in the long run doing it yourself. And another thing that I will say is doubles, the Kickr Core doubles as a tuning station. Say if you want to start doing your own tune-ups, if you do your tune-ups in a repair stand, you don't have the load on your chain, you don't have the load on your cassette, and oftentimes you'll have to go in and fine-tune your adjustments again. With this, you have the load on the chain, on the cassette. It's basically like you're riding out on the road. You tune it, you tune your derailleurs, and they're set pretty much. I do my own tune-ups now, so I've been using this as a tune-up stand, and it works great. It's you can shift through the gears, you can pedal, you don't have to be out riding and be like, oh, I gotta adjust this a little bit, I gotta go back home and adjust this again. No, it's sitting right there. You do all the adjustments that you need. So that's an added bonus of it as well. But anyway, that's a review of the Kickr Core. I know we went on a little bit of a side adventure here. Like I said, this is just trying to give you the full experience of the Kickr Core and everything that's involved with it. Or even not even just a Kickr Core, but a wheel-off trainer. But hopefully you found this video helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like. You can comment your experience if you have a Kickr Core. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, why didn't you go with the Garmin? They didn't have it in stock when I ordered this. They did not have the Kickr, the Neo in stock. And I don't think the Neo actually had as good of reviews, but we're not going to go there because I want to start a comment war. And I think also the Neo doesn't go as high as a grade as this. Like I said, this is a 15% semi-weighted grade, and I think the Neo is a 12%. But yeah, I've been extremely happy with this, and that's kind of the whole synopsis of it. Like I said, if you enjoy this, go ahead and leave a like, comment. Doesn't really matter to me too much. I'm not in it for the money. I'm just looking to share my experience and share some knowledge. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed.